Hey everybody, what's up? I wanted to say what day is it today? Thursday? I don't even know. I'm retired for since 2017, so day to day, unless I have an appointment, I couldn't even tell you the date, month, year, etc. So I want to talk about a position you should never want your child to be in. And if you were raised like me to be, your sister's keeper, brother's keeper, parents' keeper, cousins' keeper, friends' keeper, etc. That's a tough place to be in because it means you become in tune to other people. And not only that, when you see a need, you want to meet it. You want to save people. You want to make sure no one's hurting or crying or they stumble. You immediately rush in to help. And I'll say it's a tough and emotionally along with mentally draining place to be. And I'll be honest, I was raised to be my sister's keeper, everyone else's keeper, and then my father's keeper because from young on, my dad, he was an alcoholic. And it was probably instilled for me from birth on that he needed managing. And then when he got really bad and ended up comatose in a nursing home and all that, we kind of took over his finances, and he didn't have a license, so you had to drive him around, and it was fine. I love my dad and everything, but I always felt a sense of responsibility for his well-being, and it was tough. It was even when I was having kids. I still remember when my dad was at his lowest, 130 pounds, being 6'2", and he was skeletal, and I had two babies. I think my daughters were 2 and 3, 3 and 4-ish, and came home and did the intervention and spent a majority of the time at DePaul rehab facility. It was tough. So it, I don't know why, but if I'm walking around and I say hi to someone or smile, and my husband noticed this for some odd reason, people will lay their stuff at my feet. And it's hard when you are innately like this, because if someone needs you're there for them, and you give of yourself, and you listen, and you pay attention to, and you try to lighten their load when your backpack just keeps getting heavier and heavier. So I kind of found my way around it. And there's a store I frequent, and I get to know the employees, and it's a thrift store, and so I'll chit chat with people and say hi and how's it going. There were two particular people that consistently talked about their medical problems, or oh, woe is me, and I say, how's it going? Well, it's okay. And immediately you're like, oh, not this again. Like, oh no. And then you're gonna be listening to their problems for the next half an hour. I mean, it's not even the type of people that will say, how's it going? But what I started to do, it is if immediately someone like this will say, how you doing? And you'll say, oh, I'm good. And they'll change over into their problems. They'll morph over right away. Well, I start saying, life is great. Everything's amazing. My life is wonderful. And they'll say, oh, what was me? And I'll say, don't you have anything good? There's got to be something good in your life that's going on. And so that's what I started to do. I started to reverse psychology and not allow them to rain on my parade. I started killing them with sunshine. And so I moved their clouds out of the way and moved my rainbow in. And I'll say, oh, it's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's great. And they start going up, oh, but there is something good, right? So anyways, I realized a long time ago, I am not Jesus. I was not put on this earth to heal or save anyone. And when I let go of thought, idea, feeling, ingrainment, I started to release myself. And now I'm still kind, but I'm very cautious about who I sit and chit chat with. Because if you look at your plate and your plate only has a fraction for other people, make sure you fill it with joy. And I'm not saying don't care about other people, but stop, drop, and roll. If you turn that frown upside down, just say it's great, it's fantastic, it's wonderful. Oh, you must have something going on in your life too. That's great. And, well, that's just the way it is. So, anyways, that's all I've got, and I will be back.